Hello once again everyone. I hope you guys are doing awesome and we are happy. We are very happy as usual to be here again in the studio, and I'm so excited. I cannot, forget to say that word of being excited, because that's the case. And with my co-hosts, like we do every day. Yeah, can you?
Hey Patrick.
Hey Edna.
Hello everyone, welcome again to The Standpoint. It's our privilege to be here again, and thank you for watching us.
So we have also a guest on my right side. He can also tell you guys, he can send his greetings.
Okay, hello everybody, I'm Cherry. My name is Ndesa Dedone, but many people like to call me Cherry. I'm very excited. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
And you guys, I was telling you that we are very happy, we are overjoyed to be in this program again, and today's program will be talking about youth creativity. So we are nowadays familiar with young people who are actually very creative, and because we have been seeing in former times, like many years ago, young people after studies, they just have to apply for jobs. They were just only expecting government jobs, and nowadays it's it's as if there is a new paradigm. It's a shift. People are no longer like aspiring to work only for the government, but now they are trying to create their own stuff. They are trying to create their businesses, and they are really making good stuff. So
yeah, because you can't just keep on waiting to be employed somewhere by the government or by someone somewhere else. It's also good to have that spirit of entrepreneurship and that spirit of creativity, as you're saying it, just to create your own thing and a business, because we're all talented somehow. We all have something that we can do.
Before maybe we enter deeply in the topic, let us first maybe ask ourselves this question. When we are talking about youth creativity, what do we understand? What do we understand? Cherry, you are young, and maybe you have a say on that.
So creativity it's a great idea which helps you to create things which are useful for society. Do you understand? So it means, as my sister there said, we are all talented. We are all talented. Sometimes we do get that spirit of creativity. We feel we can do something. We feel we can create something. Then, there is a president who said that when there is a will, there must be a spirit. We have to, to look something, wherever we are, we have to look something out we can do. Just we can create, that can be useful to the society. Okay, that's more, okay, we're gonna try to scatter, to talk more about it. Okay, so first of all, we have to know, when you are creative, it means you have the idea to create something which is going to be useful for their society. Yeah, that is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I see. And when talking about that quote of Churchill, Churchill is the one who said, "Where there is a will, there is a way." So I also, believe in that.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true?
Yeah, so when there's a will, there's a way. As long as you're willing to do something, you can always find a way to actually do it. Yeah. Is
it always possible, or sometimes it's impossible?
Well,
it's as if you are like...
I guess some people actually do say it's not possible at some point, maybe because you get tired, because it's not like you're just gonna start and it's gonna go through immediately. Of course, you will go through some obstacles, and you will fail at some point. Now, the bad thing is when you give up. I think that's where people say this was impossible. It wasn't. Maybe you gave up so early. If you had kept on going, like if you had continued, if you had kept on trying, you will have make it through. I think if what Churchill said is true, if there's a will, if you're willing to do, and if you really want to do something, you can always find a way to make it happen.
All right. So here we are trying to tackle, to break down the topic, like when we talk about youth creativity, what do you understand?
Well, it's just as what I said earlier and what actually Cherry mentioned. When we talk about youth creativity, it's just those young people being able to create something that can be useful to the society. It's about them being innovative and, you know, just creating something that can actually be helpful to so many people. We can give examples of so many young people these days that have created so many things, and actually people are, I guess, enjoying it. We can talk about Inashaza with the bracelets, the earrings. There are so many. That's if we give example, if we give Burundi as an example. But in short, if we talk about youth creativity, it's just being innovative. It's about, you know, we all have talent. I really guess that we all have talent, and being creative is being able to make use of that talent that you have instead of finishing school and then waiting for someone to employ you, or the government or anything. It's just making use of that talent that you have, that unique thing that you have, and make it useful. And also, even if you don't have a talent, you can still learn to do something, you know. So it's not about saying that I don't know how to take a picture, so I can't be interested in photography. Because when I started, I wasn't good in photography, but I learned how to do it.
I see, and when you talk about innovation, that's really, you know, something that, you know, attracts my attention. And as you said, we are witnessing many young people, many young guys who are really, you know, making use of the resources that we have here, and they can, you know, do better things. Like you gave an example of Inashaza, like for example, we can talk about Kaze Delphin of Kaje. They are now making charcoals out of, you know, garbage, like, you know, they are trying to make, you know,
yeah, I've even
things
seen,
like
it's still that I don't know his name, but there's this this young guy. He actually, what is it called? He makes shoes.
Out of what?
I guess out of cow skins. I don't know what he uses. He was participating in that exhibition that was happening. Was it in last year or maybe in Jan? I don't know. Yeah, that's when I saw him, because I went there to do some reports. So he was making some shoes. So you could, and it was actually for the youth. So you could really see many young people doing amazing things.
You know, we are trying to assess like the current situation in Burundi. Do you really, you know, think we are at, you know, at a good level, or at, you know, a wonderful level we can be proud of, you know, where we are today in terms of, you know, creativity of the young people? Can we say really that we have achieved where we aspire to be?
Oh, okay. So what I can say about that, we haven't already reached the point where we really need, because life is something which is still going on. But when I try to consider this time in which we are in, and bygone times, completely different. I remember in some years ago, people expected everything from government, but now, you know, now we have, as my sister was saying, we have those people who have been inventing things, you know, like there is a certain zone there in North, in Kinama, I saw a lot of people sitting together making shoes out of wheels, those cars' wheels, you know. So it shows that we are not like before. We are, you know, even though there are some who haven't seen the way out yet, but really we have example, just people we can consider like example in front of us, you know, who have been making, you know, who have been inventing things in all corners. Sure.
We are on a certain level whereby we need to level up again, right? But the good thing is, at least we have started, and if you have started, that means you just go on, you know, keep going, and keep bringing new things and improving. You know, that's I guess that's the right thing, and that's the good thing. Of course, we still need a lot to be competing on maybe on an international market. Okay, sure. But yeah, we are proud of where we are right now.
Yeah, sure.
with our young people.
Yeah, sure. Of course, you know, you have always to feel the pride, because you know, when you don't believe in yourself, when you are not self-confident, nobody else gonna be, you know, trusting you. So we need first to, you know, to believe that we can. That's the key. That's number one. And you know, we can all create new things. You know, we can be original.
Yeah, and you really can. Just imagine like 15 years ago, where we were and where we are right now. I don't know if it's maybe the unemployment rate that that pushed those young people to be creative, but whatever it is, that was a good idea. That was the right thing to do.
Okay, we know that many young people, you know, they used to be thinking that, you know, when they are at school, when they are learning in schools, they will get jobs. But at the end of the day, they found out that they are not hired. So now that's why maybe even they brought, you know, in curricula the course of entrepreneurship. So can we really say that creativity is taught in schools now? Can we say that? It's a challenging question, maybe. Can we say that creativity is taught in schools?
Yeah, yes, because you know, it's that course that they brought in secondary school. I don't know, they call now post-fundamental school things. Okay, like that. So I can say, really, they want us to be creative. Really, they want us to be creative, because when we are studying the studies, there is a way where they show you can, when you want to farm, you can pass this way. When you want to start a shop, you have to analyze what the society doesn't have, then you bring it like new things. You know, that's, you know, now in school, they are taking care of it. They're taking care of it. They are showing students that sometimes you may miss a job. You may miss a job from government. So just you have to be creative. You don't have to expect, you don't have always to expect something from government. You have to be creative. Yeah, I say in school we are studying that. That was, I have been seeing that in school. They want us to be creative. As youth, we have to see what the purpose of the school nowadays is, that we will never get what our grandpa or our grandmother was thinking. Because in those times, our mother said, I can, you know, after this I will get job from government. Yes, it was true, but for us, you know, even the school is showing us there is no job nowadays. Like, you know, you have to be creative. Okay,
I guess so, because me, I didn't study that entrepreneurship course when I was in high school. But I guess for you to be an entrepreneur, you must be creative, right? So. Yeah. Definitely, they really study it. They really teach them about creativity, I guess.
Okay.
Because there must be there's a link between those two. Because how can you be an entrepreneur if you can't be creative? That's the question.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, entrepreneurship is all about like solving a problem in a given situation. So sometimes you can solve a problem without bringing something new. Like, for example, suppose, you know, I'm living countryside, and I've seen that in that place maybe there's no water.
Okay.
You see, so I try to bring water there. So am I gonna say that I'm creative? Okay. Or I just solved the problem?
Now we have to know. Now we have to know on what angle they actually teach that entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Because maybe that where we'll understand if they really teach them about, if that in that entrepreneurship course there's that creativity. Because for me, I don't think you'll be an entrepreneur without really being creative on what you do. Because being an entrepreneur, what does it mean? See, it means creating something for yourself and then or investing in something, right?
Yeah. For example, when I go in Western countries, then I found there is a project which has been made by another person, which is helping people. I may say this thing is missing in my country, so let me go and just create it here in country. You know, I can be considered as creative where I am. So there is, I know a one guy there in the province of Gitega. You know, just he lived in certain place. I can call it a quarter. I don't know how they do call those callings. Okay, I can call
hills,
it
or maybe
hills.
Okay.
On certain hills, that person analyzed the situation. Then he said, the shop, what we call boutique, was not near. So, you know, only to get a job, you had to go kilometers. Then he said, what if I go in town, then I collect the money, then I come and I create a beautiful shop here. You know, he brought it, but you see, the idea of just creating shop, it was not his own. It has been started by a lot of people in Bujumbura, even there, but in his calling, I mean, on his heel, you know, he created the shop. You see, he was creative. As we said, creativity is how can I say, is the state of being able just to bring a new idea which is going to be useful for the society. Maybe I can create just, let me say, to develop. I can develop the idea which has been made by another one, but to develop it just to save the situation, to rescue the situation that I see people struggling in.
Yeah, sure.
See? Yeah.
Sure. Yet, to my understanding, maybe you don't copy and paste, but at least you add something to the, you know, to the idea that was already existing. Like, you know, it was there in application, but for you to implement it one more time, you have to maybe to bring another value to it.
Yeah,
like you change a little bit.
Bringing an idea is also being creative because you have thought about it.
Yeah.
And then you, if you bring that idea and you put it in work, that's being creative.
Now I'm saying somebody else has already, you know, brought the idea. Like the example that was given by Cherry. There was a shop, you know, and we have many shops here, you know, around the town. But the guy, you know, took the idea that was already into existence and he implemented in his corner.
Yeah, but so he thought about something. People are going kilometers to go on that, to go buy things.
Okay.
I can put it nearby the neighborhood and everything. So that's being creative.
What do you think, you know, it is preventing young people from being creative? Because we see many young people always aspiring to be employed somewhere, you know, not maybe to create their own jobs, or sometimes what is really preventing us from being creative?
I think it's that idea that we had since before, that idea of expecting something from government or expecting something from a family. You know, there are some guys who are born in a rich family, then they all say, I will eat what family made, you know. So you find he got that amount of money like an heritage or something else, you know, because he's not creative. He's not able just to think of a project that he can, you know, he can set up. You understand? That you know, you find the money is becoming useless for him. You know, then he finds himself, he's nothing, he has nothing, he's there with nothing. So we don't have always to expect families. I know, yes, really they will help us. So we can think after. Also, if they give us that money or that richness, what just to develop it, how am I going to make a way? What am I going to create with this money that they are going to give me? Another thing is that about those people who are expecting, okay, they see the examples. We have people who have master's degree and so on. They are still at home. You know, we have to think of what we can do. You know, we have to think what we can create. Depends on. So let me tell you something. Where I live, sometimes I do sit and analyze what is missing here. Say, I can make it. I can, but unfortunately, I have where I do occupy myself. But I said, if I had no job, I would make something here in this place. And I know how I would be able to live. And I would even have a marriage thanks to that job, you know. That's what, you know, yeah. Sure, you know, that's the expectation of thinking the government will help me, the family will give me money, that we live in that money. No, you know, money is, even though they can give you whatever, it's not going to stay forever while you don't have what you are doing or what you are creating with the capital that maybe they have given you, you know.
There's also maybe those who might have that idea of creating something, maybe the access to raw materials that is maybe hard because of the infrastructure here in Burundi and everything. Inheritance, I don't know, maybe, you know, rich kids. Maybe for rich kids, they're like, you know, my family has money, so why will I work?
You talked about something very crucial. You talked about, like, you know, that now when you're in your corner, when you sit there, you sometimes, you know, analyze what's going on. You try to see, you know, what is missing there. But your job prevents you from doing so. Like, don't you think you should maybe try to manage and do it at once at the same time? I mean, you can also be helping the community. You trying to give back to your community, and also not maybe leave the job because it's the one that maybe provides, you know, the bread for you, your daily bread. So what do you think? You just sit there and you just analyze problems, and when after seeing the problems, you just say, no, I cannot quit my job. I have maybe to stay here and I not resolve this, whereas you have already, you know, noticed something wrong.
Like man, you have to be full of, you know, ideas. You don't have to stay with only one idea, because one day the one can fail, you know. So you know, I've got an idea of doing something and it's now okay. So I don't see, because the time that I'm using, you know, the time that that takes me, I mean the job that takes me, it takes me a long time, you know. I cannot do other things well, you know. I'm full occupied. I'm full occupied. So, but after, you know, as I said, when that idea or that job, you know, nothing stays forever. When you know, when it goes away, I can go with, you know, I'm still having ideas, you see. I will never be jobless, because I say, if this fail, I'm going to start that one, you know. That's how we have to live. When something is failing, while you have another clear idea of doing something, go.
You know that so many people are doing things they are not passionate about. Imagine you are a journalist, like me. Yeah, you are a journalist, yet you are interested by construction. Yeah, you can easily drop out your job and then follow what you are passionate about. Yeah. It's not, but there you must have like a big vision, I guess, because, you know, it's not, because you're trying to build your career, and being a journalist, yet you are not really interested in it, and you're interested in construction. Why not giving up your job and trying to follow your dreams?
I can't really understand sometimes. Why do you have to wait till that time? Why can't you start applying? Why can't you start giving back to your community? Why can't you start helping your community? I mean, resolving their problems, and that would be very great. I think you'll even be more rewarded than you are today.
No, something that we have been blessed with is time. And time is already there. You say this time we have nothing, you know, to change. We can not say, so we have like 24 hours of one day, you know. You cannot say, okay, for example, take a job like of 8 hours. 8 hours. You have not only 8 hours. Let's take like 20 hours. You say I can work 20 hours. Then how can you? Then you have two plans. You see, it's impossible to do them because you have short time. You know, whatever we do it takes the time that we have. So I think if I had enough time, I could do them. I could do them. So, and even also another thing, I'm not betraying the society in which I live in, because even where I am, I have also just there is another problem that I'm solving. You know, wherever I am, I'm solving problems.
Amazing.
You know? Yeah, that is. You know, it doesn't mean that I went there, you know, just I betrayed the society. Or okay, it's okay. But wherever I am, I'm solving a problem. And when the problem is already solved, when they don't need anything again, I will go back and solve another one. But if the time could allow, I could do everything at the same time. But because of time, you know,
time
is already planned, is already there.
Time allows 24 hours in a day is a lot. Yeah, 24 hours in a day is a lot. It's just about how you manage it.
Yeah, you know, okay, the job that I do, it takes me like...
depending upon maybe his do list or your do list, sometimes...
yeah, you know, time isn't the one that is managing you. You're the one who manages time.
So sometimes you might find that your do list is very long, very, very long.
So,
and sometimes
what do you mean it's very long?
You have so many,
long
you have so many tasks on your schedule.
Yeah,
you don't see how you're gonna carry out, you know, all of them, you know.
Let me tell you something, Patrick. You see, as we said, we are talking about creativity, and when you are creative, you know, when you want to create something, you can plan it in time. These things, when I need to do this thing, I can do it at this hour or not. You see, I can do it at this hour or not. So like like what I told you I can do in where I live, it's already has it's proper time, and when time is just when that time is gone, you can no, like I have that job, I can that thing that that business, let me call it business, I can, it's worthy to be done in morning. Do you understand? In morning. And imagine I have another job in morning. Do you understand? How can I have 2 mornings? You see, so you know, just have to occupy the one, because you know, yeah, things
I
like
see.
that.
I see. So before maybe you conclude the program, let us maybe talk about, you know, your creativity.
Okay.
Would you be like, you know?
He's a singer. He's gonna sing for us. Yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, I was creative because, you know, I analyzed how people sing. Then I said, no, let me sing in this way. It's useful. The way which was different from others, maybe. So I'm not the one who created the style, but I analyzed the situation. Then I say, why every person, every man that I meet is singing like this? What if I sing in this way? Just I can explore, I can develop this way of singing, you know. So,
Okay, what makes it better than the others?
oh, first of all, you know, when I'm singing, people likes it, because, you know, likes it. It makes me better. I don't know how people got it, but you know, but when I know what makes me better is that people likes it. I can either explain I'm much expert in this way like this, but the style when I'm using it is those classic styles. Classic style, we understand jazz, blues, and you know, young people, they never do that because they say that's for old men. So
let us go straight. I mean, the point you have to now sing for us is we are running out of time. You know,
okay.
we call it
the song that we want. Okay, let me sing wherever, right?
sure.
Okay.
No worries.
Oh, we shall overcome. We shall overcome one day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. We shall overcome one day. And deep in my heart, I do believe. Thank you. That's, you see.
Wow.
Okay, you know.
That's really
That was
amazing.
nice. Wow, yeah, that was
That's
nice.
really amazing.
There is a song that you like the most.
When a man loves a woman, yeah, just
Yeah,
in
you
a
should
short
actually
while.
sing
Then
that
a short
one.
while, please.
Okay, let
try
me,
to cut it short, please.
Because I'm not remembering the lyrics,
But
but I can sing a short. You
yeah,
know.
sure.
Yeah.
Try to rush, please. You know.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He tread the world by a good thing he's found. He can give up all his comfort. She can do no wrong. And if she says that the way it's would be.
Wow.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Cherry. I appreciate so much.
He has a very nice voice. You should keep up
Welcome.
with
I'm finally a
singing.
star. You see.
Yeah, you should keep up with singing. It's a very he really has a nice voice.
Guys, here's the deal. I hope you got, you know, that we have to always try to think out of the box, since we really want to help the society, since we want really to help others, and that's maybe, you know, something we should all think about, since we are not really, you know, sometimes making, you know, good use of our talents or of our gifts. And then I hope you guys will, you know, stay, you know, trying to push hard, because you don't have to give up. Sometimes it takes time, but please stay tuned, and from BNP TV you'll be having diverse information, because information is also the key. So hope to see you soon in the next program. Bye.